Hi there, Binny. My name is Andrew, and I work here at IELTSpodcast.com with Ben and the others. I've already introduced myself over email, and I'm the essay corrector. Now, when we begin these courses, often we have to start just by giving general advice about the mark scheme and about what is a good academic essay. So don't worry too much about what your first pieces look like. It's more about what we're aiming for. So what I will do with each video is work through your essay sentence by sentence and correct the grammar if the structure is correct. But primarily it's important that we form our ideas into reasonable paragraphs that have a flow, some style, that are precise, and that move through our ideas in a credible manner. We're able then to make arguments that people will believe, so they are convincing. So, enjoyable activities, things that are more fun and engaging, do they help to develop skills and imagination better than reading? To what extent do you agree and disagree? And as always, we have to support our response. So what I would do here is in the intro, which you have here, is to cover the entire question. Recreational activities, I would say, are a vital aspect of children's lives. This is plural here. Recreational activities are a vital aspect of children's lives. I personally believe that these activities not only develop creative skills in children, but also improve the mental and physical fitness of both children and adults, or of children and adults alike. This essay will analyse both sides of the issue. You don't need this, and it doesn't need to be plural. Both sides of the issue, and use examples from various research institutions to demonstrate and prove arguments. That is actually good. So one sec, it's down here somewhere. Your admission that you poorly attempted the essay is actually just incorrect. I think it's just a low confidence level, because your intro is good. One thing I would say next, though, is that this looks quite short. An academic paragraph needs to be, it's about representing a single idea. And in order to represent a single idea in an academic fashion, first of all, we must introduce the topic under which the idea falls. We must then explain the idea with essentially an opinion sentence, but not personal. So never in an academic paragraph do we say, I think or I believe. We talk objectively and in a detached manner about the idea, object, or event that is happening. So we introduce, explain, support with a statement, and then support it with a statement and then fully explain it afterwards. So I can see that you have only 3 sentences here. So what I would say, because this is about the positives of enjoyable activities, I would say primarily more enjoyable activities than reading, such as playing video games, can have many positive consequences for the development, or can have many positive consequences for children's development. This is due to the fact that activities such as games require quick thinking and as a result develop hand-eye coordination. For example, recent research by Harvard University proved that playing video games has a positive impact on the mind of children and adults. So I've included the second sentence that expands your thoughts, but here we need to include data. So if Harvard University proved that playing video games had a positive impact is not enough. We need to say exactly what it did. Harvard University proved that children who played video games performed better on psychometric tests than those who did not by a factor of or by some percent. But it must be fully supported. When we give an example, we must usually say what happened, how it was measured, what was the result. All of the information must be there to show that your thoughts are valid and credible. And then at the end we can say, therefore, it is clear that more engaging activities can improve the decision-making skills of children and assist them in facing the daily challenges of life in the future. And then it's fully expanded. Secondly, activities such as sports also act. So can't say stress buster. That's far too informal. We're trying to be very strictly formal. Very strictly formal. Activities such as sports also act to reduce stress in children and develop, I don't know what this word is, and develop qualities such as leadership, improved cognitive ability, and the development of personality. Research by Deakin University, Australia, proved that students with excellent sporting ability perform better academically when compared with or as compared to their counterparts. No. In academic writing, we're only speaking literally. We never use figurative or metaphorical language. And this is actually kind of insulting. This would be used to bully someone. If you were to call someone a bookworm, you would be saying that it was bad that they read books and that they were a nerd or a geek. And that is big no-no. So what's missing from this one? You have a sentence and an example. But what we need is an intro sentence, an expansion sentence, a supporting example, and then an explanation. So, generally performed better academically when compared with their counterparts who only utilized books. Therefore, it is evident. It is evident means that it has been shown. So it is evident that being active also benefits mental stimulation. Let's say that being active further stimulates the mind and improves performance. To conclude from the examples and arguments given, I firmly agree that enjoyable activities enhance the psychological, I would say, and psychological and physiological well-being of children. In future, these activities can prove a boon for children and adults to recover from stress and negative emotions. Yeah, that's fine. The one thing you really need to focus on is making sure that each body paragraph features the full 4 sentences. So what I'll do now is I'll just quickly go to this one and suggest expansion, because I think these are actually okay. So digital media is becoming increasingly integrated into many aspects of family life. I believe you could say I personally believe that the prevalence of digital media has negatively or positively, whichever your view is. Affected does not give any indication as to in which direction it has been affected. So I personally believe that the prevalence of digital media has negatively affected family relationships. So, firstly, you don't have to specify family members. You can just say, firstly, individuals in the modern age daily use or use daily electronic devices and social networking sites. The long hours spent on these devices results in a reduction in communication between family members. Research by Yale University demonstrated that 70% of elderly family members feel isolated and face mental health issues, not mental issues, mental health issues, due to a lack of authentic communication, let's say. Due to a lack of authentic communication. Thus, it is apparent that the increased use of digital communication has negatively affected face-to-face communication. Secondly, due to changing lifestyles and economic pressures, family members spend much more time earning an income. Again, no figurative or metaphorical. I get this. I'm from the north of England. We refer to bread and butter as money all the time, but it's not suitable for academic essays. Earning an income to provide for the family. As a result of physical separation, communication between these family members deteriorates. Research published in the Journal of Family Issues in July 2003 demonstrated that poor communication in families directly affects the work performance. That's really, really good. I've never seen this example used before. Demonstrates that poor communication amongst family members directly affects their performance at work, resulting in poorer results. Consequently, a negative feedback loop is created whereby both relationships and professional life suffers greatly. To conclude, from the examples and arguments given, I firmly agree. I would just say I firmly agree that digital communication methods and increased working hours have had long-term impacts or long-term serious impacts on the quality of familial relationships. In the future, this gap between family members may continue to grow if nothing is done. Don't speak this certainly about the future. If we're talking about the future and it's based on our thoughts, we should use the conditional, because what we're saying is, if I am right, then this could happen, or this will happen. But we can't say will happen. We have to say that it could continue to grow, because we're not certain of our own view, are we? We're here just to present our own view, not to say that we are definitely 100% correct. But well done, man. That was a good. That's much better than I thought you were going to be with your lack of confidence statement. So believe in yourself a little bit more, please. Work through your essays, correct them yourself, send us your error list, your corrected essays, and some new essays for me to correct, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thanks again, Binny. Have a wonderful day. Speak soon.